How is everybody doing today? I'm so sorry. Let me get this connected. What side is this? Left side. Nope, right side. I'm so sorry, guys. I had so much to do this morning. I am super sorry for the late start, but we are here. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Sorry for the late start. I just had so much on my plate this morning. You guys know I'm getting ready for the 30 days boot camp. So I was trying to get a few things in place. Sorry for the late start, but that's okay. We're going to match up that 30 minutes, push it hard as we can. But I'm going to use a weighted vest. And we'll talk about the benefit of those weight vests. For those of you who, you just want to let your hands go, exercising without anything in your hands. A weight vest is something you want to look at. The weight vest I'm going to be using today will be 30 pounds weight vest that we are going to use today. Ouch! This thing is heavy. Whoa! 30 pounds. I'm going to put this on while I'm exercising. It's a 30 pounds weight vest, sorry. 30 pounds. Oh, hi. Hi, Vanessa Williams. Hi, Mrs. Lex. Hi, Alain. Hi, Lashona. Hi, everybody. Hi. Yes, this is a 30 pounds weight vest. Whoa, this thing is heavy. All right. Goodness, Lord. All right. I'm going to find a way to fit that in there. Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. This thing is heavy. Anywho, I'm just trying to let you guys know that it's another way of, lifting weight. Do not limit your thoughts, okay? Do not limit your mind on what you want to get for your exercising. Let me see where we can put this, where it's going to be stable and it's not going to move around so much. Hopefully it can be stable. I'm not sure, but let's work with that. Guys, this thing is heavy. This thing is heavy. Whoa. Okay. This one is 30 pounds. But there are others that are lighter. You can go lighter, all right? You can go to 8 pounds, and that's fine. This one is 30 pounds. It comes with a pouch, where you can put your phone or something else. Maybe you want to just strap something. We're always having more things. So this is like I don't need this. I'm in the house. I'm not going anywhere. So this one should reduce 0.5 or 0.0 or 0.2. How many pounds is yeah, I think about 0.1 or 0.2. Anywho, God, will I be able to step on this? Whew. I already feel like I've been moving mountains already. This thing is heavy. But anyways, let's go with it. Hi, Brona. Hi, everybody. Where can I find the weight vest? I'll post it on my TikTok page later today. All right, it's going to be posted on TikTok. If you follow me on TikTok, I'm going to post it with the link. But if you cannot wait till then, go on my TikTok showcase and you'll find it under my TikTok creators list. When you open my TikTok showcase, there's creators list and there's TikTok suggestions. Go under the creators list and you'll find this vest in there. Just go through. There are lots and lots of items in there. Just find it and you'll find this vest. This one I'm wearing right now is 30 pounds. Jesus Christ. Whew. I feel like I'm pregnant again. I feel like I have the weight of my pregnancy right now because this thing is heavy. It's heavy. I hope you guys can hear me clearly. I hope I'm clear enough. If I'm not that clear, I'm sorry. Let's deal with this. All right, let's deal with this. I will adjust a lot of things as time goes on. There are lots and lots of benefits of using a weighted vest to exercise. Lots and lots of benefits. It's just been underrated. I told you guys that when I learn something new, so I'm going to share with you guys. This is not my field. I'm just learning these things as days go by. So when I learn something new, who am I going to share it with first? My besties, right? All right. So with the weighted vest, it's like, if you can even find one which is even heavier than 30 pounds, go for it. For those who love to lift heavy weight. For those who love weight, who love the challenge of lifting weight, if you can find something that is even more than 30 pounds, go for it. I wanted to start slow to build my stamina to what I can get with something which is heavier. This one is just 30 pounds. Whew. It's 30 pounds and it gives you all the benefits of exercising. What's that? Muscle strength, bone strength, weight loss, cardiovascular circulations, posture, stamina, all of that. You get it when you're using a weighted vest. The additional advantage, there's always a little more when it comes to Mirabel. The additional advantage of wearing a weight vest and stepping, just think about it for a second. Then you're already putting your legs through all the work it deserves to go through. Then you add on a weighted vest and you just stand on this thing for 30 minutes every single day. You guys, I'm not playing with you guys anymore, all right? I'm done playing. We got to get this thing done. We all are going to get into shape and we all are going to get fit. It's a done deal. We are done playing, all right? I'm not playing with nobody no more. Playtime is over. It's time to do the work. We all are going to get fit. We all are going to get healthy. We all are going to make better choices. We all are going to be disciplined. There's nothing like this thing is too hard. It is hard for everybody. We're going to make better choices because we understand if we do not make those choices, we're going to stay in the same space where we have always been, complaining about everything and not making better choices to improve on ourselves. So I'm done playing with this 30 pounds thing is telling me, you know what, you're not going to shout and shake anyhow today. This thing is so heavy. I'm already sweating. I'm fighting for my life underneath. All right. You guys are not going to play around this 30 days of a boot camp. We all are going to take our weight. We all are going to sign on for our goal weight. We all are going to know how to maintain the weight because it is necessary that we stay at a spot where, how do you feel? I've done, if you're someone who started following me after I had my baby and I did a weight loss challenge, after my page was hacked and stolen from me on Facebook, I did a weight loss challenge. I started on YouTube. I did a weight loss challenge. I'm doing another weight loss challenge. And you've seen me maintain a weight through all of that. What is wrong with you? Have you sat and asked yourself that question? Like, what is your own problem? What is the color of your problem? What is the dimension and the color of your problem? Let's talk about it. What is your problem? Is laziness overtaking you so much such that you do not see the reason why you should overtake laziness? You do not see the reason why you should fight for your life. You do not see the reason why your health should be a top priority, a non-negotiable in your life. Are you that lazy that you do not get up and say, you know what? I'm not going to do this thing again for weight loss. I'm going to do it for maintenance and healthy weight lifestyle. I'm not going to do this because I'm trying to lose weight. I'm going to do it because I want to be a better person. I want to be healthier. I want to have a fit body and I want to maintain it. I'm going to make those decisions because this 30 days, guys, what I have for you guys, it's either you're going to give up and run away from the lives, or you're going to sit here and hear it, because we are going to become better people, better human beings. We're going to make better choices. It's been too long and it's been way too overdue. The fact that we have to make this laziness as a comfort zone. We choose laziness as a place where we find peace. We're going to change those. We're going to change it. To think that I'm thinking of adding another 30 pounds in my hands is weird, right? That I'm thinking that I should pick up a dumbbell or a kettlebell after I already have 30 pounds on my chest, an additional weight. I hope this stepper can take it. Let me see, 30 pounds plus 130 pounds. That's 160 pounds plus another 30. That'll be 190. The stepper can take it. It can take it. So it can take my weight plus. So if you weigh 190, let's put this stepper to test. If you weigh 190 pounds, Jesus Christ. You weigh 190 pounds. This is 190 pounds looking at you in your face. The weighted vest is 30 pounds. The kettlebells at 15 pounds each. So you're looking at, and I weigh 130 pounds. So you're looking at 190 pounds on this stepper. That's what I'm testing this morning. And I'll go back to you guys, my dear friends, who have decided to take laziness as their best friend, who have decided to take excuses as their best friend. One of you said something on that video I posted the other day that I can easily get back to shape because I've had just one child, that a lot of women have had many children, and that's why it's difficult for them to get back to their shape. And so you're blaming weight gain on childbirth. So your excuse for weight is childbirth. My dear sister, I get you, all right? Don't get me wrong. I hear your frustration. But this is the thing. The fact that you're frustrated at that level means that you're already open-minded to understand how you can fix your problems, all right? And I get you. Weight gain during pregnancy is what is normal because you're growing another human being. When weight gain after childbirth is a choice. Weight gain after childbirth are all based on our choices on how we eat. It is not standard that after you have a child, you should maintain a weight from the childbearing period, from the pregnancy. It is not standard that you maintain a fat body or excessive weight on your body because you've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 kids. It is not standard. That is not. It's not. What is standard is that after every child, you lose the weight. That is the standard. After every child, you lose the weight. You gain the weight during the pregnancy and you lose the weight after pregnancy. That is standard. Every other thing are based on your choices, based on your body, based on other things. But majority of the time is based on our choices. It doesn't matter if I've had just 2 kids. It doesn't matter if I've had 10 kids. As long as I'm able to manage my eating habit, after every child, I'll be in this body weight. All right? Let's not use childbirth as a reason why we are gaining weight. Let's not use childbirth as a reason why we are gaining weight. If that was the case, every mother, every one of us who have had kids, we will be overweight. If that was the case, every woman who has gone through childbearing will be overweight. But that's not the case because there are exceptions to every rule. And some of us sometimes, we are always quick to say that childbearing is the reason why we are gaining weight. But that's not the truth. I'm just here to tell you how it works and how I look at it in order for me to stay healthy, consistent, and become a better improved version of myself. That's it. This is how you lose weight after childbirth, especially those who are breastfeeding mothers. And that's the natural way. But that doesn't mean that if you have chosen to give your baby formula, you're not going to lose the weight. This is how you lose the weight after childbirth. Every time you nurture your baby, every time you're nursing your baby, every time you nurse your baby, you're burning calories. It's God's way of bringing your body back after you've had a child. It's God's natural way of making sure that your body bounces back. Because when you're nurturing your baby, your body is going back to where it was before you got pregnant, before you got a baby. That's the natural way things work. But if after having a child, if you're just joining, this is a 30 pounds weighted vest that I'm sweating underneath. I'm crying my way through it. This thing is heavy. I'm struggling, but I'm here. I like to venturize, and I'm right in front of you guys doing it. Whew. God help me, Mirabel, you're trying things. But anyway, that's what makes me feel happy, because I'm able to expose my ignorance and learn. I'm able to stand here with very little knowledge and be able to learn, open myself to failures and be able to be corrected. That's what makes me happy. Anywho, like I was saying, God's natural way of childbearing, God's natural way to have kids is that when you have the child and you're breastfeeding, those who breastfeed their babies, every time you breastfeed that baby, you burn calories. Every time. How many times a day do you breastfeed your baby? So in a total of 10 times you breastfeed your baby, how many calories are you supposed to burn? So if the case is otherwise, if you're not burning calories in that process because you think that you have just had a child, you think that you've just bear a baby, and because you've had a child, it's normal to be gaining weight. If you're not gaining weight, if you're not losing weight in that process, a lot of things might be happening in the background that are encouraging you to overeat. A lot of things might be happening in the background that are encouraging you to overeat. One of the top of them is mental health. Postpartum depression is real. A lot of us ignore it because we think it's something bad, and so we choose not to talk about it. We are so scared to acknowledge the fact that we have some issues with our mental state after having a child. We are so scared to allow people to see the weaknesses of childbearing. We are so scared to allow people to see our vulnerability after childbearing. And so because we are trying to suppress those feelings, we use food for comfort. Because we are trying to suppress those feelings, we use food for comfort. We turn around and go for food because we do not want to verbalize how we feel having a child. There are lots and lots of mothers who, after having a baby, they feel lonely. It's normal. The attention on the baby can take away a lot of things out of you. It is normal to feel lonely. It's normal to feel isolated. It's normal to feel abandoned. It's normal to feel like you're doing so much and you're not being recognized. It is normal. A lot of women go through that process, not understanding that mental state of being vulnerable and broken down. You can adjust with the time, with understanding that as much as you're going through this, it is a process. And your mental state is important for it to be healthy. So, as much as you're feeling lonely at this time, the solution is not to go use food for comfort. The solution is not to go use food to suppress those emotions. The solution is not to say that you're overeating because you're breastfeeding. The solution is not to say that the reason why you're gaining weight is because you're still a nursing mother. You're breastfeeding your baby. And so this process, you're going to be gaining weight within this process. Our society has normalized it. And I'm talking about our society based on us women. It is very loud and easy for us to tell ourselves to give ourselves grace after childbirth. And that grace meaning that we shouldn't take care of ourselves. That grace meaning that we shouldn't take care of our health. That grace meaning that we should not worry about the weight on our body. That it's going to take some time for it to come off. And that is okay. We tell ourselves that. And the long-term consequences is that some of us in our 30s, we can still see our mothers who had us 30 years ago, still having baby weight on their bodies. The consequences of those grays that we give ourselves is that people become very complacent. People open up themselves to a space where you're already vulnerable, then you choose not to work on something. You become comfortable. And when you pick yourself in a space of comfort, in a space that you do not see something wrong in what you're doing, it becomes very difficult to change that mentality. Now you're in an age where you're not having kids no more. You're not in a childbearing age. And the weight you gain during childbearing age, you're still claiming that your postpartum weight is still on your body. Because the things you did when you fell down, when you felt like you didn't have the strength to take yourself up, it became your normal. Until today, you're still holding on to weight on your body with the excuse that you have kids. Let's change that mentality, all right? Let's switch it off a little bit. Let's switch it up a little bit and understand that what we practice on, we improve on. The things we practice on are the things we are going to improve on. And one of the many things that we should be practicing after childbirth is how to lose the weight. Understanding that the process of giving birth and the process of nurturing that baby does not require you to gain weight. You gain weight throughout the period when you're pregnant. That's why on the day you have that baby, that's why. Guys, let me catch my breath. Hey, I love to challenge myself, but this is another level of challenge. This thing is hard. It's 30 pounds on my shoulders. Jesus Christ. But I'll push through it, all right? 30 minutes is not going to kill me. I'm going to push through it. The normal process is like this, my dear friends. When you have a baby, when you're still on that labor bed, the baby comes out. Some calories are taken out of your body. Fluid comes out. Some calories are taken out of your body. Blood, placenta, all those other things that come out of your body. It keeps you in a space where you're lighter. Why then do you start gaining weight? Because after that process, after the baby is out, instead of continuously taking off calories on your body, you start adding on excessive calories that are not needed. And so it becomes very difficult for you to lose weight. My dear friends, look at it like this. If I'm supposed to eat 1,000 calories every day when I'm breastfeeding, just an example, let me push it up a little bit because now some people are going to get so worried. Let's say I'm eating 2,000 calories when I'm breastfeeding. And every time I breastfeed my baby takes out more than 500 calories of my body. That normalizes my weight. I'm not going to gain weight. I'm going to be in a body that I can maintain. But if I'm eating up to, let's say, 5,000 calories in a day, when my baby takes out 500 calories, I'm still going to start gaining weight because the extra 2,500 calories do not get burned. They turn themselves to fat. The extra energy you put in your body turns itself to fat because it is not burned as calories. Let's understand this thing so we do it better. You're not starving yourself. You're not starving the baby. Breast milk production is not based on how much food you eat. Breast milk production is not based on how much food you eat. There are people who are massive producers. There are people who can produce so much breast milk they can feed all the babies in the neighborhood. And there are people who are not massive producers. They can produce just for one child. And there are us who just produce as much as the baby eat for that time. It doesn't mean that you need more food in order for you to have more milk. It means that if you need more milk production and you need things that are going to produce more lactation, you need more fluid. Fluid like water. And the best of them all is water. If you need more fluid, the best of it all is water. I know a lot of us want to get all these drinks that they say lactation, whatever, Medicaid, whatever drinks that are out here. Do not get me wrong. When I had my baby and I was in the hospital, my breast milk had not started flowing. And I asked my doctor, how then am I going to feed my baby? It had been 24 hours after I'd had the baby through a CS. And my breast production was not there yet. The baby needed to have started snatching for it to start flowing. Or maybe I should have used maybe a breast pump or something to start to activate it. So I asked my doctor, what then do I do? Because I'm not seeing anything happening here. This baby needs to eat. He said, drink water. I'm like, what? It's been more than 24 hours and I haven't had anything in my system that is called food. Why are you talking about me drinking water? He said, drink water. Lo and behold, when I drank that water, I could feel the tension on both breasts. I could feel the fill up on both breasts. And I started feeding my baby. I can only tell as much as I've experienced for myself. If that doesn't work for you, look for what works for you. But gaining weight after childbirth is something that you make a choice for. They are your choices of how you eat that is going to make you gain more weight after childbirth. Because that process of breastfeeding requires you to keep burning calories. All right? Here you're going to hear the truth. I don't know how you came in here, what you were expecting to hear. I don't know how you choose to be here, but here you're going to hear the truth. And if it makes you feel uncomfortable, that means there are some things you need to work on. Because I can only tell you as much as I have learned for myself. And I will guarantee you, as hard as they sound, as hard as those things that I'm explaining to you sound, the more you do them, the easier they become. The more you focus on doing those things, the easier it becomes. The more you practice on eating carelessly, the more you're gaining weight. See, a lot of us eat almost the same things every week. Like your grocery basket is the similar things. Like you go to the store, right? There are some things that you buy regularly. Maybe once in a while you can treat yourself to something different. But we have that tendency of just picking the same item every week. The mind has a way of registering our bad habits, how we are eating. And if it is not a good habit, what we are constantly practicing, how we are constantly eating, the mind is busy registering that. And that's why it becomes hard when you're trying to change it, because that process has been registered in your mind for so long. It's going to require you to be very disciplined. It's going to require you to put in more effort. It's going to require you to come up every single day and say, you know what? I know this thing is hard, but I'm going to do it anyways. I know this thing is difficult, but if I do not change the ways, the method, the style in which I'm doing things, if I go to the store and I buy the same food items, it is definitely the same way I'm going to come back and eat. You know, there's the same plate. Some of us use almost the same kind of plate or dishes in our house every time we want to eat. You don't use different dishes, right? You want to use that same plate, that same color. Your hand is always going to grab that same thing. Our mind records the things we do regularly. And somehow, knowingly or unknowingly, we repeat those actions over and over. And if those actions are not one that are helping you to get to your best shape, be rest assured, you're going to be maintaining overweight and hurting yourself and being mad at the fact that you're trying too hard to lose weight. And it is so difficult to get off. Jesus Christ, this thing is heavy. Don't worry, your day is gonna come, all right, JF? Don't worry, your day is gonna come, okay? Now that you don't have kids, just be here and exercise, okay? Just exercise. I needed to target that on mothers. Majority of the people, not just that, there is something for everybody. The message cannot go through everybody on the same day, okay? Just stay focused. Exercise. Just be here exercising. If the message is not for you today, don't worry. Tomorrow it might be for you. All right? That's just the topic. Thank you so much, Vicky. That's the topic for today. All right? Don't worry. Just stay focused. Stay stepping. Push yourself as hard as you can while you're here. And you know how you can turn on the TV and you're doing something else? That's what you're doing. You're exercising while you're just listening to some noise in the background. So don't worry. Maybe tomorrow is going to be some topic that you're interested in. Oh, by the way, you can still throw in something. It might give me a clue of what you want to hear about tomorrow. And I'll definitely talk about it. All right? I'll talk about it. I talk about almost everything across the board. Everything and anything. Here, you came for exercising, but you get the premium version. A little bit of everything. You get a little bit of everything. This is a weighted vest I have on, and this thing is 30 pounds. If I tell you that I'm breathing all right, I'm lying. I'm fighting for my life right now. But I'm going to keep going because I don't give up. I'm not one of those who gives up. I keep pushing to the end. All right, my dear sisters and my dear brothers and those who are in here, like I was saying, it's enough for you to understand that once you've had the child, and see, okay, for those who are not childbearing mothers or those who are not mothers, this is what happens. It's the same process of how you lose weight. Food plays 80% of our weight gain habit. Food plays 80% of our weight gain habit. And that's why I was talking about how you go to shop when you shop. A lot of us go, and when we get to the shopping centers, when we go to the store, when we go to the market, when we go to get food, somehow we go to the same places and the same people that we buy from every time. You've noticed that, right? You just feel more comfortable repeating the same thing over and over. Your mind registers that. Even when you eat, somehow there is a portion that your mind has already registered that is a normal portion. So sometimes it gets very difficult when you try to see that the portion you have been eating for so long is now considered too much. The portion you're very used to, that your mind has registered, it has told you that this is a good portion. And all of a sudden, you need to change that quantity. It gets challenging. That's where discipline comes in. That's where discipline comes in. That's when you put on your big pants. That's when you put on your big girl and your big boy pants. And you tell yourself, I am the boss in this relationship between this weight and myself. I am the boss. I make the decisions. And I'm not going to allow my cravings, my eating habit to control me in this process. I am going to make choices that are better. I'm going to plan my meals ahead of time. I'm going to learn to eat the quantities that I plan ahead of time. I plan my portions ahead of time. And once I have eaten, I do not go above those quantities. I train myself to be disciplined. I train myself to pick up the things in the stores that I know are healthy for me. I do not bring it home because the closer it is, the bigger the temptation. The closer the food is, the bigger the temptation. Do you even know one of the reasons why people are gaining more and more weight as the time goes by? One of the reasons is because of the availability of readily prepared food. The availability of readily prepared food. That's one of the business that is growing by the minute. Readily prepared meals, fast food. I'm an African. That did not used to be a thing with us. But these days, your very next door neighbor may be feeding the whole neighborhood because that's their business. These days, readily prepared meals are at our beck and call. You just need to type on your phone and you can get food delivered to you. That has made it difficult for people to understand that you need to portion your food. There is serving size and there is portion size. The size that is being delivered to you who ordered for food is the same size that is being delivered to another person who ordered the food. That is the serving size. You who is on a weight loss journey, you do not eat serving sizes. You eat portion size. So when you receive the size of food that you've ordered, your portion may be 1/4 of that food. And that's how you start managing your discipline in order for you to become better. The other group of people are those who meal prep when they have not learned the discipline on how to eat the food that they have prepared ahead of time. The other group of people are those who are always doing meal preps when they have not learned the discipline on how to eat the food that they prepare ahead of time. You do a meal prep for a week and you're somehow finding yourself by the 3rd day of the week, you're out of food. How possible is that? When you were meal prepping, you were preparing meals for 7 days. How is it possible that by the time it's 3 days in, you're out of food? You lack the discipline. You've prepared the food, it's readily available, and what do? You go for it anytime you want to. So, meal prepping is not for those who are not disciplined enough to manage your eating habit. It's not for you. You haven't learned that discipline, so you're not going to do it. You're not going to do that to yourself. All right? You're not going to do that to yourself. We're going to find better ways to do these things. We're going to find better ways to help ourselves. We learn that we don't bring it home. We don't bring it to proximity. We don't bring it to our next door neighbor. We don't bring it in the living room because we know the closer it is, the higher the temptation. If you do not have cakes and sandwiches and biscuits and chocolates in your cabinet and your refrigerator, sometimes it will be snowing outside or it might be raining. You will not be able to go get it. So just make it a habit not to bring them in. When they are not in, they help you to rationalize your thoughts. They help you to distract yourself once you don't have it close to you. So food plays 80% of this journey. And so I'm very hard on it. I am extremely hard on our food choices and how we eat. Extremely hard on that. Some people feel offended that I talk about it the way I do. But I can only get through to you if I say it the way I do. Because the truth does not need to be sugar-coated. I'm not going to start calling fat calories because I want to make you feel comfortable. It's fat. The excessive weight on your body is fat. Yeah, the scientific name is adipose tissues, but it's fat. The name we all are very okay with recognizing is called fat on the body, excessive fat on the body. And we don't like that. And we also know the health risk that are involved with excessive fat on the body. We know it. And at the same time, we feel uncomfortable when it's being targeted. We feel very uncomfortable. We don't like it. We don't like that anybody is talking about it because it makes us feel uncomfortable. And because you're in that space of uncomfort or discomfort, let me guarantee you that it already brings you to a space where you can think differently and fix your problem. Every time something is uncomfortable, definitely you want to fix it, right? If you go outside and you feel cold, you want to grab a jacket so you can put it on so you can feel a little bit warm, right? The discomfort was excessive cold. If you go outside and it is raining and you don't want the rain to fall on you, what do? You get back and you get an umbrella. The discomfort was the rain. You find an umbrella to fix it. When Mirabel is talking about fat and it makes you feel uncomfortable, what do? You start working on how much food you're eating, because we gain weight every single day based on how we eat. And we can lose weight every single day based on how we eat. Combination of exercising and eating better will help you lose the weight. You can only eat better and you can lose the weight. Can I only exercise and I lose the weight? That is a long-term, hardcore workout. Can I only exercise and lose the weight without changing my eating habit? No. Let me just say it as it is. Can I just exercise without reducing my food intake and just be doing what I'm doing without changing how I'm eating? Will I lose the weight? No. It plays 20% of your weight loss journey. And 20% is not a pass. You can beat yourself all you want to. You're going to gain some muscle mass. Are you going to lose weight? No. Are you going to look toned? Yes. But will you lose the weight? No. Let's be realistic. All right? Mirabel doesn't know how to sugarcoat things. Mirabel doesn't know how to lie to you. I'm going to tell you as it is. I'm not selling you a product. The product I'm selling you is how to make your health better based on how I'm trying to make mine better every single day. I'm not there yet, but I struggle with it as we all do. But I understand the benefit of me struggling and doing what is right. I understand the benefit of me struggling and doing what is right. Because a lot of time to make right decisions when you're struggling is something that is difficult for a lot of people. So because I understand exercising is one of the things that is going to help me to make rational decisions, I start by exercising. When I exercise, it's going to help me have clarity. For those who are just joining, this is a 30 pounds weighted vest that I've been working out with for the past 30 to 45 minutes. If I tell you that I'm not about to pass out, it's an understatement. I would like to buy the stepper you're using. Send a link when you're done. All right, there'll be a link under here, and check on my, I think under videos, they should be there. Whew. Check on my Amazon storefront. There are lots of steppers over there. Grandmom, how are you doing today, my dear sister? We got 2 more days to go. Monday starts at another level. This is a weighted vest. By Monday, we are not going to joke around here no more. We have played enough. We have clowned around enough. We're coming to the end of the year, and there are lots and lots of things that we need to re-strategize and refocus on. And in order for us to become better, hi. In order for us to become better, for the rest of us to become better, improve versions of ourselves, it's necessary for us to do the work that is important to shape our bodies and make us become better versions of ourselves. A lot of times we take a lot of things for granted. A lot of times we are very nonchalant, or we just go passively around things. In order for us to improve them, we've got to put some action to it. See you tomorrow morning. See you tomorrow, Vanessa Williams. See you tomorrow. Everybody, you'll stay safe. You'll stay blessed. You'll stay positive. You'll become better, improved versions of yourselves. Understanding that this is not a seasonal quick fix. Understanding that my glutes were being worked very hard because I had this 30 pounds vest on my body. Understanding that my thighs were worked crazily. My cardiovascular system was getting a whole full body workout, and I feel good. I didn't need to work my arms too much. I'm one of those who really don't want to work my arms anymore. The more I work my arms, the more defined they become, and I don't like them looking very muscular. And so I'm avoiding that. It's not that we are not going to do some arm workouts. We will do it. I'm just one of those who don't like my arms looking too muscular. It is okay. It's toned as it is. I'm not trying to push it any harder. But if you're one of those who is trying to work your arms more, always grab a dumbbell or a kettlebell while we exercise starting on Monday. Stay focused. Stay consistent. Understanding that this is not a seasonal quick fix. Understanding that this is a lifestyle. That we show up, we show out, we become better improvisations of ourselves. God bless you all. See you all tomorrow first. We'll see you on tomorrow.
See you all tomorrow. Then see you all on Monday. God bless you.